What I want to ask you, I don't know if you've seen the video or not. It went viral, but Kenan Thompson, his former SNL co-star, have you seen the video where he spoke about dating Kenan's ex-wife?
Let me first say this. Kenan Thompson did a Dr. Umar skit on Saturday Night Live, Art. I don't know if he used my name, but he did a Dr. Umar skit. So shout out to him. Somebody was circulating a rumor that Kenan Thompson was going to play me in a movie, a biopic on my life. I'm going to say this, and I like Kenan Thompson, funny guy. I don't appreciate the bunny hopping, but he's a funny guy. When the story of my life is written, Art, it will not be a comedy. Because ain't nothing funny about my life. I got some episodes of my life that'll make people cry. So it ain't going to be no comedy. It's going to be a drama. So I just want to make that clear. Kenan Thompson is not playing Dr. Umar in no biopic. And even if he did, it won't be no damn comedy. My life is going to be serious. Because what I live for, the liberation of African people, is serious. Now, here's what I think about this. So Kenan Thompson works with Chris Reed. Kenan Thompson gets a divorce in the year 2022. The same year that he divorces his snow bunny, Chris Reed picks her up and starts dating her. On the surface, Art, I'm not feeling that because it looks like you was already lusting for my wife before we were divorced. It looks like y'all might have been keeping in contact with each other before we were divorced. Because how is it that y'all link up the same year I divorce her? The same year I divorce her, the same year Kenan Thompson divorces his wife, Chris Reed picks her up, allegedly. Now, reports say Kenan Thompson don't care. They say he's not bothered by that. I don't know how much I believe that, okay? But with that being said, Art, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to say the brother is wrong, and I'm definitely not going to say the brother is right. I need more information. Number one, was Chris and Kenan purely co-workers or were they friends? And only they can answer these questions. Were y'all purely co-workers or were they friends? If they were co-workers, Art, no harm, no foul. If this was a purely business relationship, we just work together. That's it. No harm, no foul. It's still a little too close for comfort for me, but no harm, no foul. If they were friends, now we're getting into a gray area. And if they were friends, were they just buddies or were they good friends? If they were buddies, I would say you still got to go to him and get his blessing. In my opinion, Art, it's about the honor code. It's about if you think this is not a wrong thing for you to do, go and tell him and get his permission first. Because y'all had a friendship. If y'all were close friends, Art, it's absolutely off limits if y'all were close friends. Because here's the thing, Art, if me and you are close friends, not even best friends, close, if I date your ex, knowing that that's going to affect our relationship, that means her and her vagina is more important to me than the relationship we have. You see that? I've been your friend for 20 years, Art, hypothetically. I've been your friend for 20 years. You divorce your wife. I pick her up within months of the divorce, and we were good friends. And I say, I don't ask you, I tell you, I'm dating your ex. That means that I'm putting her in her vagina over the 20-year relationship we had as brothers. You feel me? So no matter how you cut the cake, and this goes for men and women, Art, no matter how you cut the cake, when you date somebody's ex, you're telling that person, your girlfriend, your cousin, your sister, whoever that was, your homie, that this new relationship that I ain't even started yet, that might not even last, is more important than the 20 years we got in. So is he wrong? It depends on the quality and nature of their relationship. If they were close, he had no business doing it. If they were somewhat close, he should have got that man's blessing. But I don't think you can go behind a man's back, date his ex if y'all had a friendship of any type without his blessing. I don't know how you do it at all, but definitely not without his blessing. That was a wife. That wasn't a jump off. That wasn't a fling. That wasn't a girlfriend. That was his wife. So depending on the nature of the relationship, there should have been some communication between the two men involved.
And the timing was very suspect.
The same year, Art? The same year? I'm not going to throw him under the bus. I'm just going to say it ain't looking right from the outside. And my thing is, why do you want somebody's leftovers? Here we go again, Art. Snow bunny leftovers. What did I tell you? The only white women that black men can get are the white women that other white men don't want. Tiger Woods, excuse me. Tiger Woods is dating Donald Trump Jr.'s ex. Tiger Woods, you a billionaire. What do you need Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife for? Chris Reed, why do you need Kenan Thompson's ex-wife? What is it about this snow bunny shit that I'm not understanding? It's out of control. I'm about to start a used snow bunny leasing company, Art. Since black men are in love with leftover white women, I need to start renting some out and making some money because this don't make no sense. All these beautiful black women out here, and you want to get a white woman that somebody else just divorced. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And black men love to do it. Insane. Absolutely insane.
Crazy, man. But I want to ask you about T.I., right? He made some comments that went viral. He said that the church is a business, and he compares it to a Broadway show. How you feel about him saying that?
T.I. is correct. Shout out to T.I., one of the few conscious rappers we got out there. I agree with T.I. The church is a business. When you go to these mega churches and medium-sized churches, they ask you for your tax return. They ask you for your pay stub. They tell you how much you're going to pay. Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
They asking for tax returns?
Yes, sir. The mega church, Art, you don't just show up every Sunday in there. You got to join as a member, and they need to see your tax returns. If you ain't got a tax return, they need to see your pay stub so they can tell you how much tithes you are due to the church. Yes, sir. They got a building fund. They got a pastor fund. They got a this fund. They got a that fund. They don't have a build a hospital fund, though. They don't have a build an independent school fund. They don't have to build a bank fund. They ain't got to build a supermarket fund. They don't have to build homes for the single homeless black mothers fund. They don't have to build homes for the elderly fund. They don't have a stop police brutality fund, but they got the fund for a new church, new car, better house for the pastor, redecorate the church. Complete nonsense. It is a business. Are there exceptions to the rule? Absolutely, Art. You're talking to the descendant of pastors. I come from pastors, is where I get my speaking skills from. But yet and still, after Dr. King's murder, the black church reinvented itself, Art. After they murdered Dr. King, the black church reinvented itself, and it stopped being an institution of agitation, and it became an institution of accommodation. So the black church don't fight for nothing no more. It's all about money and image and who got the biggest prayer house, who got the best gospel choir, which church got the best dressed people, which church got the most celebrity membership. It ain't about serving the Lord no more. You do better off serving God on the street than walking into some of these churches. And I don't mean no disrespect. I speak in churches all the time. I don't have a problem with church art. I'm talking about the mega churches and those churches that focus on appearances over spiritual substance. And I'm going to say this to you, Art. And I'm talking about the church and the mosque. Sunni Orthodox Islam, Orthodox Christianity. I believe religion was created to stop black people from reaching God consciousness. Religion has distracted us from building the relationship with God. And it has consumed us with following doctrine. So now you're consumed with the life of Christ. You're consumed with the life of Muhammad. You're consumed with the adventures of Christ. You're consumed with the adventures of Muhammad. You're consumed with the rules of the church. You're consumed with the rules of the masjid. But what about your relationship with the Almighty? Are you growing spiritually? Or are you only growing into a deeper relationship with that church? Too many people are mistaking, Art, their relationship with the church for a relationship with God. God and the church are not the same. The church is an institution run by men, and God is the supreme, incomprehensible, indivisible, never completely knowable, divine essence that gave birth to all that lives. To find God, you have to do it outside the church. You have to do it outside the masjid, and you have to do it in solitude. Church has its place. Masjid has its place. But your spiritual path, Art, you got to walk that yourself. Can't no pastor or no imam hold your hand when it comes to rising up spiritually to the Most High.
Yeah, that's crazy to hear, man. I didn't know all that was going on, man. They asking for tax returns, yo. That's crazy, yo.
You got to show your tax return. And guess what, Art? If you haven't donated enough money to some of these churches, they will not bury you when you die. I know two people, Art, at least two people, elders. I ain't talking, elders are.
Check it out. Fully affordable. It's for these YNs. If you know a YN, cop them some of this new Switch merch, man. It's your boy Drip. I'm out.